What's up guys, it is David from Pop Reviews, and today I'm coming to you with another Amazon Influencer Program weekly earnings update. This weekly update is going to be a little bit unconventional. I actually just came back from traveling and I didn't really have a lot of time to shoot and edit my week 3 and my week 4. So we are just going to lump it all into one and go over all of my learnings and my earnings from week 3 and week 4. Really quickly, if you guys are new to my channel and you want more information on what the Amazon Influencer Program actually is and a step-by-step guide on how to apply and get approved, I do have another video on my channel that I will link right over here, so go ahead and check that out. And while you're there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can be notified of every single time I post new content. So the last video that I did upload was all the way from June 13th, and now we have all the way until June 26th to really recap what I have learned. And we are really now in about week 4 of being in this program, so we are just about a month in, and I feel like I have learned so much. One of the main things that I really have learned kind of the hard way in this program is there will definitely be peaks and valleys in your earnings and in your commissions, and I'm really starting to see that now, especially this week. We'll get more into the actual numbers later, but mainly in my week 3, I was seeing a really high increase in my earnings, and then all of a sudden on week 4, it just dropped off a cliff. I'm not sure if it had to do with the fact that I wasn't uploading as many videos, or I was just getting rotated out of the carousel on the Amazon listing, or even if Amazon is kind of experimenting with where they want the videos placed. But overall, there has been a ton of peaks and valleys in my earnings. Another cool thing that kind of happened within these past 2 weeks, which wasn't really a learning, more so as an opportunity that presented itself, was actually brands reaching out to me offering free products in exchange for a video review. So entering this program, I did hear that this does happen quite often, but it was actually really cool to see it happen to me. I opened my email and I had 4 brands actually reach out offering their product in exchange for my honest review of their product. So this is really a win-win for me. I get a free product and I get content for my Amazon influencing page. So I think that was really cool, and a bonus on top of that was one brand even offered to pay me for my video review, and I thought that was pretty cool. I was making money off of it as well as earning the commission that I would get off of that product. It was a really great opportunity, and I'm super excited to see what other products are offered to me and what other brands will reach out. So lastly, one other thing that did happen these past 2 weeks that I really thought was pretty cool was, like I said, I was traveling and I was able to stay in 2 different hotels. One was actually an Airbnb and the other was a normal hotel. And honestly, I kind of learned that you can really make content anywhere. I was able to record a lot of videos in this Airbnb and even in the hotel. And it was things that I didn't really expect to be on Amazon. For example, the hotel had a faucet in the bathroom that I didn't even think would be on Amazon, but I scanned it and it actually was. Not only that, but this faucet was selling for over $200. So that was another high ticket item that I made a review for by just going to a hotel and reviewing stuff that was already in the room. So for the entire 2 weeks, there was a ton of different learning opportunities as well as just other brand opportunities that kind of came my way. So I think it's really awesome that these brands are reaching out. I'm learning so much, and I'm really excited to see where this can go in the next couple of months. This is only my first month, and I feel like I've already made a ton of progress. So I am really excited to see where month 2 brings me. So now we're gonna go over my earnings for these past 2 weeks. And just as a recap, for the first 2 weeks of June, we actually ended up at $229 month to date, and we had to kind of revise our target. At first, I wanted to hit about $100 for the whole month, but seeing as how we already surpassed that within the first 2 weeks, I really wanted to strive to hit $500 for the entire month of June. So I am really excited to share what I have earned in weeks 3 and 4. Like I said, it really did take off in week 3, but then come week 4, it does start to level out again and become a little bit more inconsistent. So like always, I have my laptop right here and we're gonna dive right into what we earned. So starting off week 3, we had a total number of clicks on June 14th of 151. And we actually started off pretty strong with an earnings of $59.74. June 15th, we had a total clicks of 171, and a total earnings of $42.21. So we are averaging about $40 to $50 a day, which was really, really great. The next day after that kind of blew my mind when it happened. It was June 16th, and we had a total number of clicks of 222, which was the highest amount of clicks that we've ever had, and the total number of earnings was $88.20. So that was truly double what we made literally the previous day. So I think that was really cool, and another thing that really brought me excitement was the fact that we had 222 clicks. Usually that means when I have a ton of clicks, the next day is going to be a lot of earnings. The following day was June 17th, and we actually had a total number of clicks of 247. So the actual click number has been continuously increasing at this point. So I thought that was pretty exciting. This day's earnings was actually only $62.64. So it is a little bit lower than I thought it was. However, it still was reaching that $60 mark, so I really wasn't complaining. The following day after that was actually June 18th. And this day was actually the highest day that I've ever had, and it was $124.04, with a total number of clicks of 166. So again, I really do think that a total number of clicks the previous day will kind of tell you how much you're going to earn the following day. So we did have 247 clicks the day before, and that was the highest amount of clicks that I've ever had up to that point. And the following day was literally the highest amount of earnings I've ever had total. So again, it was $124.04, and for me to be able to make that in one whole day was really, really crazy, and I was super excited about it. On to June 19th, we had a total number of clicks of 183, so now it is steadily kind of declining and becoming a little more inconsistent, the number of clicks. And my earnings were $63.93. So that was definitely less than the previous day. However, I was still kind of happy being above that $50 threshold. If you do recall, last couple of weeks, we were struggling to hit about $50, and I was getting really excited for hitting $50. But now we've already set this bar of being able to hit $100 in one day. So I am super excited about trying to surpass a $50 minimum and kind of keep going into kind of trying to create a $100 minimum each day. On to the next day, it was June 20th, and we actually made $53.83 and a total number of clicks of 188. June 21st, it actually shot up again to about $62.58. So again, we're surpassing that $50 threshold, and it's still pretty exciting. I am very excited that we are getting above $50 each day, but we still haven't had another $100 day, and I'm really, really striving for that. The number of clicks for this day was 171. June 22nd was the next day, and this one was a bit disappointing. It was actually only $13.67. I did see on here though that I did have one return of an item, so it might have just deducted that amount from the actual earnings. But still, I only made $13.67, which, you know, I'm not going to complain about because this is, again, only my first month in this program. But it was a little bit disappointing, seeing as how I was making about $60 the past couple of days. The click amount for that day was 207. So those past 2 days were a lot of clicks, but not a ton of payoff. Again, only $13. So I was really hoping that the following day after that would be a lot more, seeing as how I had 207 clicks. So for that following day, it was a total number of clicks of 244, which again, we're getting to that amount of clicks where it really did equal about $100 the following day. So I was very excited that I had 244 clicks. For earnings wise though, I was only at $40.64. So again, we're falling under that $50 threshold. I'm not really complaining again, because I am kind of just happy to be earning this commission in the first place. But $40.64 when we were earning $80, $100, $60 was just a tad bit disappointing. The day after that was June 24th, and we made a total of $48.50, which to me didn't really translate well because the previous day we had about 244 clicks. So I really thought we were going to hit somewhere in the 80s to 100 range in terms of dollar amount, but we did end up hitting $48.50. And on that same day, we actually did have commission come in from someone that purchased an AC unit from a link that I shared. So that was an extra $13. So overall for that day, we did hit about $60 in commission. So I'm not mad that we hit $60 because we finally did hit that $50 threshold one more time. But again, it wasn't kind of the payoff that I thought it was going to be with that 200 plus click amount. Lastly, for June 25th, this one, again, a little bit disappointing. It was $19.84 and a total number of clicks of 190. So again, it has been very up and down these past 2 weeks. I went from having one of my highest days ever to having very mid to low days. So I had that one day that was $13, which was a little bit disappointing, but it is sprinkled in there with days that I have $60, I have $50. So again, for it being my first 3 to 4 weeks into this program, it is still pretty good to me that I am making this amount of commission. So each day I am at least selling 1 or 2 things, and it is becoming pretty consistent that I am selling at least one thing a day. So if you guys weren't totaling all of those numbers as I was going, the total number that I made for this entire 2 weeks was $679.82. So that is a crazy amount to me. Again, I only really started wanting to make about $100 for the entire month. And then once I saw that that was possible and we beat it, I set the goal at about $500 for all of June. And now with the $679 that we made in these past 2 weeks, the total amount of money that we've made so far in June is $922.04. Super crazy. We literally doubled the amount that I thought we were going to make in the past 2 weeks. And I'm really sure that we can possibly hit about $1,000 for the entire month of June. So that really is my goal right now. I want to get those last $80 for the last couple of days of June. So again, I really do think it is possible for me to be able to hit about $1,000 each month doing this program. Right now, I have about 180 videos on my storefront. So I did definitely slow down on the amount of videos that I was cranking out week by week. So if I can make this amount of money on the slow season for Amazon, I really am excited to see what I can make during Q4, during the holidays, during back to school, all these other busier times on Amazon. So that's all the updates that I have for you guys today. I will be back next week with a monthly recap, and we will see if I actually hit that $1,000 goal on the Amazon Influencer Program. If you guys have found any value in my content or my channel, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so you can be notified of every single time I post a new Amazon Influencer Program journey update. I post content every single week, so go ahead and check it out, and I will see you guys next week.